everybody, this is Les, aka Sister Slayer, here with the Bitten Apple TV in conjunction with It Came From the Radio, and we are here at the Garden State Comic Fest in Atlantic City at the Showboat, and I am standing here, and I'm such a fan of Mr. Noel MacNeal and, of course, Fino, who is here right here on my shoulder, and I got a chance to interview them.
Yes, hello.
Thank you so much. Let me just say, I grew up in the 60s. I know a lot of people wouldn't believe that and everything, but I grew up with Lamb Chop and...
Me too.
Okay, so...
Captain Kangaroo.
Yes, Captain Kangaroo. All these people this is the beginning of what I saw was puppetry at the time. Yeah. And you couldn't have told me that that wasn't real, that those characters weren't real. So you grew up in that era.
Oh, yeah. And then I remember as a kid, there was like, on a Sunday night, there was a half-hour show on PBS, local Channel 13, talking about this brand new show coming on TV the next day called Sesame Street, and it was hosted by Ernie and Bert. So.
Ernie and Bert, and look at what happened. It was a phenomenon, and so now here we are. And I have to say that the 90s was the end of that kind of entertainment, because Bear in the Big Blue House was one of probably my brothers and sisters, because they're younger than me, of course, their show, they loved the show. How are you dealing with the fact that children today are not so involved in puppetry? What is it that you need to do to make it so fresh and alive and, you know, rejuvenate it?
Well, come to places like this, come to cons with families, more cons being more family friendly, so that helps. I do workshops for the cons. I wrote a book that I get to promote here at the cons called 10-Minute Puppets, which is available on Amazon. Yes, shameless plug. But it's like how you can do a puppet in 10 minutes or less, and for not a whole lot of money, and just to... Because it was my wife's idea. My wife is Susan Elia MacNeal.
Yes, she is.
Yes, author of the Maggie Hope Mysteries from Random House, also available on Amazon.com. Yeah. And she said, you know how to be a puppeteer and you know how to be a dad. Why don't you combine them and make a book that families can enjoy together? But, she said, don't make it crafty. Make it for people like me, because you're not married to Martha Stewart. So it's really simple, easy puppets, even templates in the back that you can cut out. And if you run out, you can go to my website, noelmacneal.com, and download more. So just to promote it that way. And when I see kids doing the simple origami puppets and coloring them, the fact that they made this is great, because you can't have an app for that.
No, you can't. And that's the thing about, one thing about having like a Fino, yes, hi sweetie,
thank you very much.
That you are able to express yourself in a way, especially if a child sits down and writes let's say you know, something that they could entertain the people. They're expressing themselves in a way that they're not able to do when they have a controller in their hand, or, you know, watching YouTube, which look, shameless plug, we are on a YouTube channel, but it's like there's things like this that we have to promote so that people are aware that there is other forms of entertainment out there. So tell me, what is it that you felt that is the legacy of you being, you're a children's writer, you write for this type of TV, you also are an actor in entertainment and everything. What is it that you want to leave as a legacy for anybody out there that, you know, is considering this type of lifestyle?
Pretty much, well, overall, it's what Jim Henson, who I actually got to work with and know and learn everything from. And Jim basically said, you know, it's a nice life, you know, be nice to each other. And that's pretty much it. And then you can just go off from there and just, you know, find your passion, find what you want to do. Because my mom, who encouraged me to do this, she said, you can always get a job, get a career. And, you know, she was a single mom, working 2 jobs to support me, my grandmother, my uncle. So the fact that this woman believed in me, you know, it really helps to have somebody believe in you. But what I always tell people is the one person who needs to believe in you is you. Because people will believe in so many things. They will believe their parents, they will believe their boss, they will believe their political leaders, they will believe, you know, in God, they will believe, you know, in everything except themselves. So if you can start to believe in yourself, you're already starting on your way.
And the thing about it is you should never be afraid to be different. If this is something that you love to do, then do it, and do it to the best of your ability. Learn about it, study it, make it you know, make it believable to somebody. Testify. See, I'm telling you, you know, look, I was one of those kids who sat there and watched TV, watched certain things like this, and I knew that I was going to be different. I knew I was going to change, and if it wasn't for, it was, believe it or not, a puppet that told me that I could be whatever I wanted to be.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Fino. So I'm just saying, I appreciate you so much, the legacy that you left as a puppeteer, and I'm so glad that you are continuing that.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to, because one of the things I've done since Bear is I've gotten a lot of fan email from parents of kids with autism and special needs, and how much their kids still watch Bear on DVD and the VHSs, and I realize there's no show like that on anymore. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to develop a show for autism and special needs kids called The Show Me Show. And there's a YouTube channel right now, and it's on Twitter, and we have a Facebook page. So check it out and tell more people about it, because the networks aren't going to do anything like that anytime soon. So sometimes if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself.
Now, that's very interesting that you would talk about this, because I always believe that there is such a thing as divine providence. In my day job, I actually work for a wonderful organization called ADAPT Community Network, which helps about over 18,000 families and children with special needs. And a lot of our children are autistic. They're in the autistic spectrum disorder category. And I have to tell you, this is something that they can relate to, because they're not able to express themselves. And that's one of the difficulties that they have, is that people don't understand them. But to have something that they can relate to, speak to them.
Yeah, right now, if you go to YouTube after this, type in like Noel MacNeal and say hi. And it's a video that I've done with my character from the Show Me Show named Phineas. And it's a song about what do you do when you meet somebody, say hi.
See, and that's it.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't make any difference.
As that. Yeah, and it starts off with Phineas meeting a friend. What do you do when you see a friend? You say hi. Phineas meets someone new. What do you do when you're introduced to someone new? You say hi. And at the end, as the song wraps up, as he's singing to the camera, he's like, okay, now the next time we meet, what are we going to say?
Say hi.
Yeah. So something simple as that, but it's something simple like that, you know, can be a daily challenge for a kid with autism and special needs. So
anybody that has a disability, I think that somebody looks at them as if they're different, and the thing is that they're no different than we are. They just have something special about them. And the thing is that we have to be able to adapt to each other, adapt to each other's needs.
Yeah, a friend of mine, actually somebody I just met here at the con, he told me that, because I was talking about the Show Me Show, and his wife and their 3-year-old just got diagnosed with autism. And I said that, you know, it's, you guys will, you know, get through this, because it's not the way it was 5-10 years ago, and it's not the death sentence that it used to be, and so you guys will figure it out, and you will have like a support group because of people who are like, who have sort of like pioneered the way with their own kids, and will help you through it. So
it's wonderful. And Mr. Fino, are you having a good time here?
I'm having an awesome time, absolutely fantastic.
So what did you do yesterday? I heard that you helped Noel out yesterday with the show.
Yes, we were up at the, if you go up the stairs there is the kids, no, not kids, there's a comic clubhouse run by Mike Lopez and Mike Gracia, and we did a workshop, a puppeteering workshop. I love puppets, they're so lifelike. And had the kids like try puppeteering. If you come by Noel's table, he has like little free puppets right over there that you can take with you, plus his book, 10-minute puppets, and his other book, box, all that stuff to do with cardboard.
Oh wow, so you can make puppets out of cardboard?
Oh, puppets and stages and playhouses and castles and play kitchens, all kinds of stuff out of cardboard.
So next time I come back, I'm going to have to bring my sock puppets so that you can be introduced to them. They would love you.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
So anyway, you guys, please follow Noel. Take a bite out of this man. This is. No, I'm saying it was. Yeah, well, but we're saying apple bite here.
Oh, okay,
take a bite out. Okay. But take a bite out of it. This is history right here. This is beautiful children's programming right here. This is a legacy right here, and I'm so honored to have done this interview with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.